hi. Say hi. Say hi. I'm Karma. I'm Karma. And I like to be really loud in the videos. Yeah. Okay guys, welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a while since I have uploaded. Work has been seriously kicking my butt. We have a lot of deadlines that have to be met, and yeah, it's been crazy. But I was gonna come on here to film a haul, but then I realized I've been wearing this makeup all day, probably about 13 hours now, and I need to touch it up. And then I thought, well, why don't I just show you guys how I touch up my work makeup, and just, you know, kind of chit chat and while I touch up, and then, you know, film my other videos. So like I said, I've had this on about 13 hours. It has worn off under here. I was picking, so it's not really the foundation's fault. I popped a blemish because I'm a bad girl like that. Otherwise, it still looks pretty good, but I do want to add a little bit more onto my eyes. Maybe, you know, fix my brows a little bit. A lot of times when I want to freshen up my makeup from like the day, I will add false lashes, but I am actually on a, like, no lash. Like, you know, I have a no buy, I'm on a no lash because I have recently started using the Rodan & Fields Lash Boost. So I don't want to like rip out my lashes or do anything that could like mess them up, because I really want to see if this lash boost works. So that will be a review coming soon. So I'm not going to do false lashes, but of course you can always do them. Most of the time when I start touching up, I usually fix the spots on my face that rubbed off. So the foundation that I wore today was the Hourglass Vanishing Stick Foundation, and I'm going to use this little concealer brush from Hourglass to kind of spot touch the areas. Now, I don't wear a lot of makeup to work. The eyeliner, I do have like a brown drawing liner on that I did with actual kohl liner and just kind of brushed it on an angled brush. But what I'm going to do is just kind of pop this on the spots that perhaps need a little bit more coverage. I don't really wear a lot of bronzer or anything like that to work. I just like to wear a little bit of foundation just to even out my skin tone and not make me look so scary. I have noticed since I had my jaw surgery that this area tends to get red, and it just stays red. Like, it's just always red. Even my husband has noticed it. So yeah, I just want to cover up any spots that kind of rubbed off. And I'm not doing like the full face, which is why I'm just using this tiny brush, because we're just going to kind of spot fix the areas. We're not going to go in with a whole nother layer of foundation. My forehead still looks really good, nothing more off there. I just tend to touch my face down here a lot when I'm working. And I tend to get oilier in my chin area. Now I'm just going to take a little bit of my MAC Patrick's powder, which is like my new favorite powder, and touch up a little bit. I'm just going to take whatever's left in the cap of it and just brush it anywhere I fix the foundation or look a little bit shiny. My under eyes and everything like that still look good. That held up really, really well. But like I said, I didn't use a lot of bronzer or anything like that today. So I do want to add a little bit of bronzer and some more blush. I didn't really add any blush either. I was kind of in a hurry this morning. But I always wear some kind of eyeliner on my eyes because I really don't have a lot of lashes. Hence why I'm trying out the Lash Boost. Alright, we're going to be going in with the Gerard Cosmetics Starlit palette, and we're going to go in with the bronzer, which is hashtag Forever, which is this first one right here. We're going to go in with that bronzer. And to go in with that, I'm going to go in with my Sigma F35 contour brush. Down there, these are pretty pigmented. I've really been liking this palette. I've only used it a few times, but so far I really like the color that it gives and the blendability to it. even though two of the shades, one's supposed to be more so of a blush, but it could also be worn as a bronzer. It just has a tiny little bit of a rosier tone to it. So I've kind of been MIA from social media and everything, just from starting. It's not really a new job, it's my same job. It's just, I talked about it in, I think it was my empties video, that my company got sold out by another company, and then we all kind of got, like, I don't want to say laid off, but let go, or I guess laid, I don't know. But now I'm back with the new company, and there's a lot of changes. It's a lot different from the way it was. I'm still doing targeted case management, so I'm a social worker slash case manager slash community navigator. There's a lot of different names to be used for it, but I'm still doing that and working with the population with intellectual disabilities, and I really enjoy it. It's just, it's really chaotic right now. And then also dealing with stuff on a personal level with my daughter being severely bullied at school. So we had to kind of deal with that, and that was a big issue. Like, she didn't want to go to school. She was really upset, and no mother wants to hear her child doesn't want to go to school due to bullying. But it was pretty bad. We had to go to the administrator. I had to contact the Board of Education. You know, and the bullying was occurring with staff and students, so it wasn't pretty. But that's getting taken care of as of right now. But that's just been like really taking a toll on our family as well. We really want to move out of the county that we're living in, because it's just not our style. We want to go home, you know, we want to go to our hometown, and I'm looking for a job down there because my husband travels, so really I can kind of go anywhere and live anywhere as long as I have a job. So I'm looking for a job back home so me and the children can move back home. But fingers crossed that happens. It's really hard because down there it's like, it's really big. There's a naval base down there, and jobs are just hard to come by. All right, I'm going to take the blush out of that palette. It is called First Class, and we're just going to pop that on our cheeks. But yeah, bullying is like a serious thing. I remember, you know, I grew up, I was bullied when I was younger. I was bullied because I was poor. I was bullied because who my dad was. I was bullied because of the way I looked, you know, and it stuck with me for a very, very long time, and it really greatly affected me for a very long time. It still does, even into my adulthood. But I've learned that bullying really never stops. You know, you get bullied in elementary school, middle school, high school. You even get bullied in your job. Like, I to this day still get bullied by grown women who are supposed to have their act right together, but they don't. And it's just, it's a shame. It's a shame that my child has to deal with that. Okay, next I'm going to go in with the Patchology Lip Service Gloss 2 Balm Treatment. I adore this stuff. They just came out with this. They did send it to me, and I've been using it nonstop. I have really, really dry lips, and this has been bomb. I usually use the Creme de Rose Dior thing plumping, but they don't sell it in my Sephora anymore, and I think I like this better, and this is a lot more affordable, and it has like a really yummy, I almost want to say minty vanilla, but it's probably just mint, but it gives like a pretty flush of pink to your lips, and I just like putting this on when my lips are dry for when I go in with something. But I definitely love this. This is actually, I still haven't thrown away the box. This is what the box looks like, if you guys are interested. I think I have a coupon code for Patchology. It's not my code, but you can get like 30% off, so I'll leave that down below. Next, we're going to jump to eyes. On the eyes, I do have a little bit of the Jaclyn Hill palette on, but we're going to go in with the Soft Glam. I've been using this. I've been trying this out for ever since I got it, and I love it. This is like really my go-to work appropriate palette, but I did you know, my heart still lies with the Jaclyn Hill palette, so I pulled that out today just to be a little bit different. But we are just gonna go ahead and touch up. We still, well, we as in I still have a lot of the crease color, so I just want to deepen it up a bit. So I'm gonna go in, because there's really, like, if you have a little bit of shadow on, you really don't need to go in with a lot. Like, if you already have your transition shade, which really that's all I did today, was like 3 colors in the transition. So I just kind of want to deepen that up a bit. So I'm going to go in with this shade here. It is Rustic. It's a really nice neutral toned dark brown. And this is my Morphe M433. I meant to grab my Sigma F or E35, but I grabbed this instead. So this will have to work. So we're just going to go ahead and put that right into the socket of the eye and start blending. Like I said, we're just deepening this up. And we're going to go back in and like touch up the eyeliner. I'm going to use a black liner to make it more dramatic for the evening. Like, this is, you know, like me, I'm just I'm filming a video. So, but if I did this on a normal basis, like after work, this is what I would do for like a day to night. Just deepening the crease colors, basically just touching up your foundation, adding a little bit more bronzer because it is, you know, going to probably be darker outside, so you want to add some life to your skin, touching up your blush, and then really just deepening those crease colors just to add more dimension. And I mean, really, you don't have to do this. If you just want to come home, leave the shadow on that you have and just pop on like a wing liner and lashes, that'll work too. But I always like to deepen up the crease. And then I'm just going to drag that onto the lower lash line with the same brush, because we're trying to do this minimal products and as quickly as possible. But I really love this Soft Glam palette. It's definitely, like, you can get a Soft Glam palette. You can really get a soft glam look, or you can go like super dramatic. Now I'm going to go in with this darker shade Cypress Umber, and we're going to deepen up the outer V. I need a new mirror that actually doesn't fall when I'm trying to use it. Oh, and the brush I'm using for this is the E36 from Sigma. As you guys know, Sigma brushes are my favorite. I'm not affiliated with them. I purchased them all on my own. So I'm going to drag whatever's left on the brush right on the outer corner of the lash line. So right here, you could be done with the crease colors. I'm just going to go back in. I'm just going to go back in with a clean, fluffy brush and just kind of go around the edges to make sure it's blended out nicely. And if I wasn't talking, this would be pretty quick for me. Now you can go in with any lid shades you want. You can go with a plain matte lid shade. You could go in with a glitter, like whatever you want. But I'm going to go in with the shade Bronze because I kind of want to do a bronzy look. And I'm just going to go in with my MAC 242 and pop that on the lid. And just be careful on this part because obviously your foundation is already done, so you don't want to get any fallout. So use a little bit of product at a time and use patting motions rather than sweeping motions. I seriously love the color Bronze in this palette. This is going to most definitely be like my go-to summer shade. It is just the perfect bronze color. And since I already had a little bit of liner, it kind of gave it like a little smoked lash line, which I really like. Now I already have highlight on my brow bone that's still on there, but if you didn't have any or you want to touch it up, now would be the time. And also here you could just add falsies or mascara and be done, but since I'm not adding lashes, I do want a little bit more of an oomph, so I'm going to take my Tarte double take liner and create a wing. I usually would put black in the lower lash line, but I don't have any, so I'm just going to take this Marc Jacobs highliner in Brownie and put that in my lower lash line. And then after I put that on the lower lash line, I'm just going to take my brush and just kind of smudge it out. And this is kind of my favorite, like, quick go-to after work makeup because it's just kind of smudgy and bronzy, and it's not very you know, you don't have to be too precise with it because it's kind of grungy-ish, but I just want to go back over and blend around it. I'm hoping to, last Saturday I had a wedding to go to and I did the makeup for the bride. Otherwise I would have pre-filmed then, but I think I'm going to start pre-filming on like Saturdays and Sundays and getting all my videos done and editing throughout the week, just so I can get back on my normal schedule. But yeah. And I'm just going to touch up my mascara. Like I said, I'm not doing falsies because I'm trying to get my lashes as healthy as possible. I don't want to rip them out, and sometimes I do when I wear false lashes because I really want to see if this Rodin and Field's stuff is like legit as they say. And I would be like a really, I don't know if I'm a really good case or a really bad case because I really don't have lashes and I have like extreme bald spots. I have like 10 lashes on every eye due to my anxiety disorder. As a child, I picked all my eyelashes out. It was kind of my way of coping with anxiety. Now I am going to touch up the inner part of my brow because I itched it earlier and a big chunk came off. I didn't wear any highlighter today at work, so I'm going to be going in with the Anastasia and Mreezy highlighter in Desert Sands. Love this highlighter, and I just can't, I can't throw away the packaging because the packaging's pretty, but so is the actual. I'm gonna wipe my face. Oh, it didn't break. But here's what the packaging looks like. It is just so pretty. But we're gonna go ahead and put this all on the cheeks or highlight areas, you know. So pretty. I'm so obsessed with this highlighter. And now for the lips, I'm going to go in with the Ofra Mauve Lip Liner. And then I'm going to top it with the Gerard Cosmetics Nude Gloss. And then I'm going to set it all with a setting spray. Gerard Cosmetics did send me these really adorable Slay the Day setting sprays. They come in a little kit of 3. It's called like the Staycation kit. I will have it linked down below if you guys want to check it out. But they sent me cucumber, lavender, and rose, which I would have to, I don't know, I love all the scents. I love every bit of the scents. I think I'm going to use the rose one today and just go ahead and set all this makeup. Oh my god, that smells so good. I love the smell of rose. And the mister is really fine and it doesn't jet you in the face in one spot. I love the little mister. Alright guys, so this is my finished look. This is kind of how I freshen up my makeup from work to go out or film a video or just, you know, touch it up a little bit. Like I said, just what I do is I, you know, touch up any spots on my foundation that might look a little worn. I always add darker colors to the crease. I usually always add a wing liner and lashes, but no lashes for me. And then, of course, I want to put on a pop-in highlight, darken up that bronzer. You can even contour if you want. I haven't really been in the mood to contour lately. And then fix your brows. But that's basically what I do to essentially touch up or freshen up my makeup after a long work day. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I love you and I'll see you again real soon. Bye-bye.